Baseline replays.
Broncos, Raiders on EA Sports. Oakland, California, the site for today's game. A losing streak can wear down a team. And, of course, we've got one team coming in here having lost its last 3.
Yeah, we ain't Oakland. Just a new stadium.
On the football field, you lose confidence. So what do you do as a coach in a situation like this? You make it very simple for your players on both sides of the ball.
Hell yeah.
And just give them this. Let's out-hit the other team today, and that should be enough to help us win the game.
First down at the 20. Flip to the outside. Here's a look at the Broncos lineup on offense today. Can this unit finally gel and figure out a way to start moving the football down the field? The Broncos will take the snap from the 25. Pass is intercepted. Stiff arms to stay on his feet. And he's brought to the ground. What a tough start for the quarterback. An early interception.
The worst thing you can do as a quarterback, but I'm giving the defense here a lot of credit. They
Yes, it was.
They took advantage of the quarterback, and they got the interception.
I'm pretty sure you got some new cheese on you.
Great starting field position for the offense.
Quarterback likes what he sees out there outside. He's changing the play with the wide receiver.
The play clock's running down. The Raiders get a first down.
Carr selling this play big time. The defense, they go for the run fake, and that's why he has time to throw the football and makes the completion. Good job.
Murray's lined up now as the running back behind the quarterback. Back to the air here on first down. Finds his mark. Ford that time in on the tackle.
You know, when you throw the football like that down the field, you pick up a first down. Now you can do anything you want on the offensive side, and you got that defense guessing.
This play set up by the long gainer. Murray's ball was out. Oh, they pop up the football, and the defense takes possession.
Motherfucking
that is not a turnover. That is truly
bullshit.
a takeaway by the defense. Their hustle to the football, the hard hitting, that's what got them the takeaway.
The offense pinned back in an awful position. Brings it into his body. And Richardson's brought down, but not until he gives his team a new set of downs. First and 10. Toss to the outside. A tackle behind the line.
Broncos offensive coordinator, he has to be frustrated by that play. I think he calls the right play, but what happens to run, loses yards, that's just a bad job by the offensive line.
Smith is in the shotgun. Throws the pass. Gets it out for the completion. No one's going to get him now. the 20, the 10, and in for the touchdown.
Shout out to Loki, huh?
To get the momentum in your favor with that touchdown, Phil.
Yeah, nothing like it. Midway through the first quarter, you're on top of the other team, and you just feel like, hey, we got things under control, and you're putting pressure on the opposition to go out there and try to make something happen.
The Raiders ready to return the kickoff.
Nah.
Jones will run this one out. And the tackle is made right around the 32-yard line. The Raiders just gave up some big turnovers.
Yeah, she was.
Let's see if they can hold on to football this time, Phil, because we know how crucial it is. We talked to the coaches about it this week. This was their concern with this team.
Well, if you want to stay on the field, you better quit turning it over, right, Jim? That's what the coaches look. You make mistakes on the field, they're going to be forgiving to a point, but you got to be.
Nah, I don't know. Who's your middle linebacker?
The job done.
And now a look at the Raiders' offense. They have been a third down juggernaut this year, converting at an unusually high rate. From the shotgun. What an amazing effort by the receiver to strip him of the interception. And now here's the Broncos defense. Last week, this group came up with 3 forced turnovers. Looks like they're in press coverage here. The Raiders from the 37. Stands in the pocket, but it's incomplete. This defense is unbending on third down at the start of this game, Phil.
Yeah, Jim, they've been good on the defensive side. I can't say much for the offense that's going against them, though. No imagination, just running ordinary plays. They deserve to be stopped.
Who?
Punt return really sets back this offense now. They were expecting a whole lot more by their special teams. The Broncos offense taking the field again. They got everything they could out of that last possession, Phil. A solid touchdown drive.
Yeah, what a productive day so far for the offense. They're mixing it up well. They got confidence.
Khalil Mack takes down the quarterback.
Every defense is looking for somebody to hit the quarterback, and the best person to do it is the defensive end. What a good job that time by him.
Second down with the defense ready to pounce. Smith's unable to find his target that time.
Flag for what?
And now here's the Raiders defensive lineup. What a strong secondary they have here, as they have really found a way to shut down opponents' quarterbacks. Looking to avoid a safety here on third down. The Broncos will set up. The 20 is the first down line. Almost intercepted.
The Broncos put themselves in a situation where the
Oh, don't worry.
And it'll be Colquitt back to punt. Jones is going to look for space now. And he's tackled down at the 36-yard line.
Jones is able to show off his talent on that punt return that time. What speed and quickness that allows him to break through some of that coverage and picks up good yards.
Murray's in the backfield. Single back set. Makes the reception. That picks up 11.
This is a route that's not run enough in the NFL. The corner route, so many times, receivers just go across the field, they go short, But when you make these double moves like that, you get wide open. What a throw by the quarterback. Murray's never able to build up that power that he has as a running back when there's nowhere to go. Hey, there's nowhere to go. That's a short game.
Playing press coverage to the outside. 2nd down and 8. Shane Ray all over the quarterback.
Nice job that time to the outside.
Shit, huh? We playing this.
They ask a lot of these guys now. They are special players in the NFL. Stopping the run and the speed to get outside and get the sacks on the quarterback too.
Welcome back to the action on a day where defense
Was it no nano?
The Raiders now facing 3rd down. A week ago, they were up to the challenge in these spots.
Quarterback sees something in his defense he wants to take advantage of.
2 hands on the football and has the catch. The Raiders moving inside the 20 and the red zone. Last week, they just feasted on that part of the field.
The D-lines, they're seeing something on the offensive side. Everybody's shifting to their left.
1st down and 10. Met by Vaughn Miller.
The Raiders running back that time, he makes a bad decision. You can't be looking to make every play a big play when you're running the football. Look for a few yards, take advantage of that. He tries for the big play. What happens? He gets tackled for a loss.
Here they come to the line of scrimmage at the 12. Carr's going to take it from the gun. But the hit knocks the ball out.
Well, they always say if you get your hands on the football, you got to make the catch. Yeah, right. The guy that made that rule up wasn't getting hit as he was trying to catch the football. Nice hit that time by the defender.
Carr set. Empty backfield. 3rd and 11. Raiders. Touchdown. And it didn't take long for them to get this game right back to even here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, that was a nice drive on the offensive side. That makes you feel good, and you just to execute so many plays and find a way to get down there and score a touchdown.
The Broncos back deep, ready to receive.
Yep.
The Broncos offense.
Hold on. Gotta go to the bathroom. Alright, I'm back. Hello? Okay.
Is on the field, hoping to erase the memory of their last drive, which was completely unproductive. A quick 3 and out.
Yeah, it was. I don't know if they can erase this defense. This defense is pretty good. We saw that in the last drive. They got
Ball is out. They recover their own fumble. That penalty is, of course, going to be accepted by the defense. First down at the 17. Richardson's got it on a pass that had some heat.
This has got to be a blitz. Look how everybody's crowding the line of scrimmage.
Broncos will take the snap from the 35. That's a pickup of 14. They come to the line of scrimmage, first down. And the timeout is called, so we're going to take a quick break and return in just a moment. The Broncos come to the line. Of course, plenty of pink on the field today and in the stands, as all of October will be seeing this for Breast Cancer Awareness Month in the NFL. Second down here.
The quarterback, he's changing the play with the wide receiver with those hand signals.
Just a second, but then it came out on contact.
Good timing by the defensive player that time. He gets to the receiver just as the football is getting there and makes the hit, knocks that football loose.
Davis going to be in the pistol here. The Broncos will take the snap from the 45. He rips it right out of the wide receiver's hands. We're midway through the second, and this game is turning into a classic old-school defensive showdown.
Yeah, it sure is. How about the coaches on both sides? Are they sitting over there shocked that the fact that this might turn into a defensive battle? We know it's always about high going for it. This is fun to watch, to see something a little different.
The Raiders offense preparing to get this drive underway. Their last drive actually ended in a touchdown, Phil. We'll see if they still have it in them to issue a repeat performance.
Well, what you saw in that last drive was everything just came together perfectly for him. The experience of the football team, the talent of the players, and the coaches helped them out, and they got it done.
And it'll be second down at 6 after the running play on first down. The corners are going to meet the receivers right on the line of scrimmage. Catch made. Ray's in on the tackle.
Well, I guess the best thing to say there, Jim, is they completed a pass, but it still did not get a first down.
Third down. And now here's the toss. The Raiders come out with a split backfield. Halftime, 2 minutes away. Now first and 10. Marshall's all over the ball carrier.
Carr's got a lot to think of here in a split second. Does he keep the football? Does he pitch it? Does he cut back? Well, there's nothing to do that time. The defense is alert, and they tackle him for a loss of yards.
Press coverage all the way. Carr's standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. Hooper's got it. First down. That is how you draw it up, isn't it, Bill?
Oh, man, a quarterback loves guys that can make catches like this, and they're just so strong. They know how to zero in. They never lose concentration, and you never see him drop a pass.
Carr's completion percentage, 70% on the day. First down at the 49. Going for the deep ball. Incomplete.
Well, the quarterback that time tried to squeeze it into tight coverage, but no can do. The coverage is too good. The football falls incomplete.
Play number 6 coming up on this drive.
Look out. They're changing the play to take advantage of something they see on the defensive side.
Takes the hit. Throws.
Well, when you get in a situation like this, Jim, and you get third and long, I'll tell you what catches a defense by surprise. Run a double move on the outside against the defensive back, because everybody in the stands and the defensive players all think you're going to throw it short.
Makes the catch in the open field. Talib's there to take him down.
Plays are not always going to be perfect. Tight coverage, good throw by the quarterback, and a nice job by the receiver. Catching the football, breaking the tackle, and getting down the field for a few extra yards.
First and 10.
good to have these types of runs. Hey, it's not a first down, but it sends a message. It shows everybody that you can run it when you want to, and also it opens up so many other things for your offense.
Surveys. Got the completion.
First down by the offense inside the red zone. Can the defense show them something different here and keep them from scoring a touchdown?
Play after play after play here on this drive. The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion. Carr's got it in the gun. Touchdown, Oakland Raiders. He has just thrown his 150th touchdown pass of his career. The Raiders for the point after.
I don't know how you be jumping that speed, like in that speed burst, but it's funny as shit.
Up here for the kickoff.
What I'm talking about.
Steps up,
turbo blitzing.
At the 2.
Yeah, what I'm tripping off
It wasn't a
of.
very productive possession for them last time out, partner. They ended up punting.
Well, you know what it was? It was a good feeling out process. So they got some knowledge by watching the defense and what defenses they tried on them. So you got to take advantage of that knowledge and come out here and make some plays. Going to change the play and look out. I think he's going to go down the field with the football.
Davis is back in shotgun formation. Back with the sack.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit here. You want to stop the offense from scoring here with under 2 minutes to go in the first half. Good pressure on the quarterback, and they take him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Loss of 5 on the play. A ton of defensive backs out here for this play. They'll get to him again for the sack. The Broncos call a timeout here. They have 0 timeouts remaining. The Broncos facing third down. A week ago, they were not up to the challenge. Plenty of defensive backs out on the field for this one. Going deep. Completion is going to bring us to a very quick 4th down. The teams head to the locker room. And
Ain't gonna be no meltdown this game.
To our pal Larry Ridley as you watch the NFL on EA Sports. Trevathan that time on the tackle. And a run back of about 7. The Raiders will be trying to make it 3 successful drives in a row as they retake the field here on offense.
They got a great feeling from the offense so far. In other words, they're confident, they feel good, so you need to keep calling plays. They keep the offensive players in a positive frame of mind. You do that, hey, I wouldn't be surprised to see him march down here and score again.
First down at the 39. And Cooper is able to get hold of it. He's churning ahead. Cooper's taken down at the 18.
Well, the defense, they give them a first down there. They're behind. They just can't sit back there and keep bending. You got to take some chances. Go on the offensive, on the defensive side, and just make things happen. Jim, the offensive coordinator, has done a terrific job so far here today. He's got his team winning. They're in the red zone. Let's see how clever he's going to be on this call.
Here's the handoff. Runs to daylight for the touchdown.
Nice run there for the touchdown by my man. And how about it? You got to have a short memory. You always hear that. He does. He forgot about the fumble earlier and ran tough for that touchdown.
That was pretty easy.
Now getting ready to kick it away.
Yeah.
And he'll step out of bounds. That return's good for about 24. The Broncos talk things over at the intermission, and I'm sure one of the first orders of business was to try to figure out a way to get this offense going, Phil.
Absolutely. That's what you want to do, and I think you do that by play call. So the coach, they have many plays that we call drive starters. Catch the defense by surprise.
Intercepted.
Good job that time by the defense. Not being fooled, being in position. When you're in position, you have a chance to make the play. That time they did. They got the interception.
The Raiders could have asked for this third quarter to have gone any better for them than it has so far, as they've just continued to do what they were doing in the first half, up and down the field.
Oh, man, they kept the pedal to the metal, man. They are letting it go. They're being aggressive, and they're trying to end this game right here.
Outside now on the toss, and pick up about 4.
When you run the football like this and you show toughness, there is no doubt when you fake it and try to throw the football down the field, the quarterback's going to have all day to get it done. When you see linebackers like this shifting, they're trying to confuse the quarterback.
2nd down and 5. On the money. He's taken down at the 42. That's his 4th catch of the day. The Raiders are in front thanks to their quarterback. Carnes had a huge performance in this one.
When you talk about creating opportunities, that's where you have to give credit to the coaching staff. They have helped the players. The play designs have been good, and the players are taking advantage of it.
1st down following the long play. Play clock's running down. Murray's taking the handoff. On his way. The 20, the 10. He's brought to a halt.
What a good job by the offense. Good blocking up front, some good blocks down the field, and a good job by the running back making people miss and getting dragged down just before he gets into the end zone. The defense has got to be a little aggressive here. Your team is down. You've got to attack this offense. You don't want
power surge for 6. Touchdown. And with that score, they now have a nice buffer to work with over this last quarter and a half.
They do, but this game is not over. Now you got to come out there on the offensive side, and you got to find a way, come up with some new plays, take a chance, and get back in this game. It's not over.
Gets out past the 20 and brought down at the 24. The Broncos are set to take the field again on offense after a crazy sequence that didn't go their way. That turnover led to turnover points. And now let's see if the offense can get that back, Phil.
Yeah, listen, I know they're going to be motivated because after they turned the football over last time, the coaches took them to the sideline and just gave them heck. That's for sure. That's a good way of saying it. So motivation, can't make those kind of mistakes. You got to go out there and be much better.
The Broncos take it from the 23. Makes the reception. Brought down at the 32. Wasting little time. 3rd down and 2. They'll go ground. And he's tackled, but not until he picked up the 1st down.
Doesn't like what he sees on the defensive side, so he is changing the play to the...
Intercepted! There have been many mistakes for this offensive unit through the first 3 quarters, and now they add an interception to the list.
Yeah, you make all these mistakes during a football game, you're going to lose confidence, and that's what we see right now on the offensive side. No confidence. Go back to the basics. Start all over again. That's the best thing you can do. Good job by the defensive line, shifting all down inside. I think they're expecting to run up the middle.
And that picks up 3.
Murray's trying to be patient, but there is nowhere to run that time, and he only gets a short gain.
Advancing it now inside the 40. Looks like they're in press coverage here. Slashes to the left side. Trevathan that time on the tackle.
That's not an easy thing to do in sports nowadays, is to get over a bad play. The fumble earlier in the game, My man has gotten over it. He is back to running hard and making it happen.
From inside the red zone. Offense lining up here after picking up more than 30 on the previous play.
Hey, how about that? The defensive line, everybody shifting to the left. I think they're expecting a run.
Should have had it, but the hit knocked it out.
That was a really big hit on that receiver. I promise you, that receiver never thought that guy could hit that hard.
They will snap it now at the 7-yard line. Carr set, empty backfield. 2nd and goal from the 7. And it's swatted away.
Jim, I just want to say this to the quarterback. It's 3rd and goal. If the play's not there, throw it away. Do not force the action.
3rd and goal from the 7. No stopping them now. That's a touchdown.
Well, when you get close to the goal line, you always have to look out for the tight end, because anytime there's just a little bit of deception, that deception is enough for the tight end to get that area where he can get open. That time he does it. Touchdown.
The Broncos back deep.
It ain't no comeback this game. This game over with. This game over with. What did I do if I lost?
The 20 will mark it at the 22-yard line.
I don't know what I do.
Offense back on the field trying to make up for that costly mistake. They had the ball. The turnover they committed immediately turned into points against them.
Yeah, it did, Jim, but you know what? It's not a perfect game. You got to deal with adversity when you're talking about football. So you made that mistake. Let it go. Go out there, be aggressive, and see if you can score some points.
That leads us to 2nd down.
Let's go.
Davis going to take the snap from the shotgun. Khalil Mack takes down the quarterback.
Well, if I was that quarterback, I'd be mad after getting sacked like that by the defensive end. Your offensive tackle's just got to do a better job.
And intercepted. That brings the play to an end. They throw a pick here, Phil, and they'll be very pleased that we're nearing the final quarter so they can get this one over.
You know, sometimes when you're losing like this and you're playing so bad, you just feel like you can't get the game over with. It's amazing how it just keeps dragging on, and man, this has been a bad day, and like you said, Jim, it just continues.
Wide to the left. The blowout continues. Another touchdown. A little more salt in the wound with that touchdown, and we've still got one more quarter to play.
Hey, look, this is professional football. Don't look for them just to slow down because they're nice guys on the other side. They're going to play hard, so you better make your mind up to get out there and play hard, or you're just going to continue to get embarrassed.
And he's tackled just past the 20. We'll mark it at the 22-yard line. The Broncos offense back on the field trying to make up for that costly mistake. The last time they had the ball, the turnover they committed immediately turned into points against them.
Yeah, it did, Jim, but you know what? It's not a perfect game. You got to deal with adversity when you're talking about football. So you made that mistake. Let it go and go out there, be aggressive, and see if you can score some points. Jim, I think this is a blitz. Look how close everybody is to the line of scrimmage.
The Broncos from the 22. Max all over that offense and brings him down.
The Broncos think they're doing a good job this time by running the football on 2nd down. And what do? They lose a couple yards. Now you have 3rd and long. You better be careful in this situation.
It'll be 3rd down. Davis set, empty backfield.
They're changing things here. The quarterback changing. He's giving them
Interception. They bring him to the turf. This offense had no choice but to take some chances here in the 4th quarter, but it comes back to bite them again with an interception.
Well, when it's not going well and you start trying to take chances, there is nothing going to go right in that situation. If they get back on the field after this one, Jim, just go out there, run the football, and try to get this game over with.
The Raiders snap it at the 36. nearly intercepted.
There's a difference. When you play zone, you drop back and you watch the quarterback and you react to the football. When you're playing man-to-man, all you're worried about is where that receiver goes. You try to shadow him, look for the football, and try to make a play.
Murray's going to secure the handoff. That tackle was made at the 27-yard line. He's now past the 100-yard mark on the day. It's third down coming up. Playing press coverage to the outside. Look at that concentration as he makes the grab.
Tick, 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 tick. That's what we're trying to do. Make that clock keep running down. You got the offense out there. You got a big lead in the second half. Every first down you get shortens that football game.
The Broncos go with the dime formation here on defense. Murray's met after a gain of 3.
I guess you'd say he's like a quarterback. You can't complete them all. And this running back, you can't make every run spectacular. Nowhere to go, so only gets a couple yards this time.
Second and goal from the 7. Murray's met after a gain
I hear you.
of 3.
Shit just
Hey,
clicking.
look, it's not the
Click, click,
offense's
click,
job
click,
here
click,
late in
click,
the
click,
game.
click.
You're up big, you're near the goal line,
Click, click,
just
click.
kneel on it. You keep running your offense, run the football. It's up to the defense to stop you.
Third and goal from the 4. Slashes to 6 for the Raiders. Finding the end zone for the second time.
Oh, what a good job there by the offense. Third and goal. And what did they do? They run the football against the defense. And nice job getting the touchdown.
Good job, what?
The Raiders setting up for the kickoff. Tackles made. That return's good for about 21. The Broncos just gave up some big turnover points. Let's see if they can hold on to the football this time, Phil, because we know how crucial it is. We talked to the coaches about it this week. This was their concern with this team.
Well, if you want to stay on the field, you better quit turning it over, right, Jim? That's what the coaches, look, you make mistakes on the field.
The ball's picked off. It's not getting any better for the offense here late in this game, as now they get picked off.
The frustration and the bad play just continues. And, you know, it's so bad the coach can't even yell at the players. All you can do is pat them on the head and encourage them to keep trying.
First down at the 31. Wide to the left. For a gain of about 5. He's got over 110 yards rushing on the day. And it's now second down and 5 after running it on first down. Drop back, shotgun formation. Down the field. Lock going to take it the distance. Going to take it home for the touchdown. Phil, I felt like I could have said this in the first quarter instead of waiting until midway through the fourth. But this game is over.
It is, you know, Jim, yeah, the way you said it is, there's a finality to it, no question. And the losing end, the coaches, the players, they got to go back. They got to do a lot of soul searching because this was one pitiful effort.
What you say about that 2 and 3?
And they're all over him at the 18-yard line. The Broncos are set to take the field again on offense after a crazy sequence that didn't go their way. That turnover led to turnover points. And now let's see if the offense can get that back, Phil.
Yeah, listen, I know they're going to be motivated because after they turned the football over last time, the coaches took them to the sideline and just gave them heck, that's for sure. That's a good way of seeing it. So motivation, can't make those kind of mistakes. You've got to go out there and be much better.
They'll go no huddle. The Broncos from the 32. Looking to go deep. And they can't connect.
Deep passes in the NFL, they always serve a purpose. You're not always going to get the completion, but at least it gets the defense thinking that you will try some long throws down the field.
The Broncos from the 32. Back with the sack.
There's a couple ways to get to the quarterback. Run over the tackle or run around him. It doesn't matter as long as you get the sack.
The Broncos will take the snap from the 25. He's brought down. That's going to bring up 4th down. The offense stops the clock right away with a timeout. And it'll be Colquitt back to punt. Launches it down the field. The Broncos turn the ball over on downs. 2 minutes remaining in the game. What a place to start for the offense. It's a 2 tight end formation. The Raiders take it from the 33. Running right through the trenches. That's a gain of 7. The Raiders have really been able to run the ball today. That's been a huge reason why they lead. Murray's been brilliant, and he's shown no reason to stop giving him the football.
Well, it's working well. Don't stop. The running game is hot. The offensive linemen feel the power. They love it. Just keep running right at it. Well, when there's man-to-man coverage on the defensive side, and the defense does a job like this, where they are covering those receivers, there is nothing a quarterback can do except that, throw another incomplete pass.
The Raiders have put the stench of last week's loss behind them, and they have come out and been blowing out this opponent from the get-go.
Sometimes a team, when they lose a close game, they hang their head. They're not ready the following week. That is not the case with this team today. They weren't hanging their head. They came out determined right from the start. They have played very well.
They're back at the line after that catch for a 1st down. To the ground. That's a gain of 6. He's now pushed past 120 yards rushing today. The Broncos have to call one right here, and they do, and they are out of timeouts. Again, they'll lean on him. And Ward's the one who made the big stop.
Well, you know you can win the game, but just running the football, then you just run the football. Take no chances. Keep 2 hands around it at all times, and don't worry about the extra yard.
3rd down and 5. Oakland, touchdown. And a 2nd touchdown on the game. Impressive showing today. And it's almost on the brink of running up the score and creating some bad blood. What do you think, Phil?
Who cares, man? Rub it in, baby. Rub it in. When you
I don't know, is it?
on top and you're winning the game, I say go for it. Rub some salt in that wound and let them know how much it hurts.
Able to move past the 20 and brought down at the 23. The Broncos take the field on offense. They have been manhandled here throughout today, Phil. And what can they take out of these last few minutes that could be positive for them?
Well, Jim, in a situation like this, there's really nothing you can do now that's going to make you feel the ball is jarred loose. Recovery by the offense. Got to give the offense credit here. At least they were alert after the fumble, looking for the ball, pouncing on it, and recovered it inside their own 20. Well, even though they have no chance of winning this game, you might as well try your hurry-up offense just to get some good practice. And, hey, if nothing else, pad those skills.
Backs to the wall on 3rd down. Here's the handoff, and they'll run it. And he'll down him at that point. The Raiders are going to burn the first of their 3 timeouts right here. The coach is going to go for it. The Broncos have to get to the 33 for a first. And Davis is going to take it from the gun. He's got the catch. A foot race to the end zone. The 10. And he's in for the touchdown. What a play.
Good shit.
What a run.
I give all the credit to the wide receiver here. What a route. Fooled the defender. He is wide open. Nice throw by the quarterback for the touchdown. Really good job by the defense at times stopping a two-point conversion because they do so many different things on the offensive side down the NFL. I think when the two-point conversion comes up on defense, attack the offense.
And a flag is down. It's an illegal block in the back, and the coaching staff cannot be happy about this.
No, it's a bad decision, and most of all, it's dangerous. You can hurt players when you block them like that.
The Broncos will come out in the dime. The Raiders snap it at the 26. Launching it deep. And it falls incomplete. And this will probably wrap things up here. The Raiders snap it up at the 26. Looking long. And it's out of bounds, incomplete. Phil, before we go, how about this win? How much will this one count?
You know, Jim, all wins are nice. This one was done easy. You didn't have to sweat too much over it. You feel good, and you just enjoy the next couple days.
For Phil Simms and all the crew, Jim Nantz saying so long.